Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here on the one and only Tribal Warrior YouTube channel. And of course I am the Tribal Warrior, and in today's video, as you see by the thumbnail and as you see by the title, we will be discussing the unfortunate breaking news that took place this past Saturday. And of course, as you see, the New Day have left the WWE, one of the greatest tag teams in not just the WWE, but wrestling history, are no longer with the WWE. They're no longer working for the company, sorry. But yeah, obviously this is quite unfortunate. This is just going to be a little quick video because of course it's Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods we're talking about, these practical legends, so I can't just ignore. And also in today's video we're going to talk about a couple of releases that happened last week as well, but obviously the main topic in today's video is Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. These two are two incredible men who thrived tag team wrestling over the past few years. Not just past few, like Kofi Kingston, how long is he in the WWE now? 20 years. Kingston or Woods is coming up in 15 years in the WWE. So these two are veterans. Obviously, they are tag team Hall of Famers. They deserve to be in that, class of tag team. Not just greats, but essentially legends. And now of course they're not with the company, unfortunately, anymore. Now before I continue on, I'd also like to make something clear, that these two weren't released. They technically were, but they weren't, because there's something very different between the terms leaving and getting fired. Because if they did get fired, there would be massive tantrums online, there would be absolute hate, there will be criminal stuff going online, because if the WWE really did fire these two, there would actually be war. But that did not happen, because I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I delayed this video for a day or two just to make a couple of my facts right, because I don't want to say anything wrong, because obviously this is a kind of important topic. But to my knowledge, these two weren't fired. They asked to leave the WWE. They asked, I don't know who's in charge, TKO, Triple H. They asked someone that can we please be released. So they requested it, and then obviously they were granted it. So the WWE, TKO, whoever, they confirmed. They said, yeah, you guys, you can be released, thank you. And yeah, that's where we are now. So they did ask to be released from the company, and if I'm being honest with you, obviously, yeah, they probably still want to be with the company, but the terms or the conditions that they are currently given, they don't like. They're not happy with them. So I'm not obviously like a journalist or anything. I'm not an inside scooper, so I don't know much inside information about this. But what I'd be guessing is they obviously don't want to leave the WWE. After all this time, they're hardly just gonna, oh yeah, let's just walk out of the WWE on one random Saturday morning. No, they're not. They're not doing that. There's something obviously more behind it. Maybe it's something got to do with their paychecks. I've heard something about that online. Obviously, like I said, I'm not a journalist. I'm not too confident and sure on this, so don't take me as a journalist and don't take my information as true information, because it's definitely not. But yeah, these two have left the WWE, probably not happy with the way it's going on, and obviously fair play to them. Like, obviously I'm not trying to say congrats that you're not with the company anymore, but well done for actually, like, kind of standing your ground and walking out. But of course it obviously is an unfortunate time of the year. Obviously last week you got a bunch of releases, and of course this one really, hit the chest, hit the heart of many people, including me, because when I saw this, I was actually scrolling on TikTok, and of course, as a wrestling fan, WWE would be on my For You page, and this came up. There's like a little slideshow, like, oh, my favorite tag team has been released, and I was probably thinking the White Six, Motor City Machine Guns, because obviously they were unfortunately released last week. We'll talk about them later. But then I swiped to the next thing, and it was the New Day. I was like, what type of fake info is this? And I'm a gullible person, so I went onto Twitter, obviously now known as X, and I saw it. I saw it being confirmed, and I was like, oh my god, I was absolutely shocked. But yeah, there you have it. So, like I mentioned, these two are veterans. They've been with the company for so long. So, to have their achievements that they've had, for example, we'll talk about Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, he won the 2021 King of the Ring tournament. He is a four-time WWE Raw Tag Team Champion, of course, along with The New Day. He's a seven-time WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champion. He's the longest reigning Tag Team Champion in WWE history, is a part of The New Day, clocking in at 483 days. And of course, he was a WWE Tag Team Triple Crown Champion. He won the Raw Tag titles, the SmackDown Tag titles, and the original WWE kind of coin tag team title, of course, via the New Day recognition. And of course, he did host WrestleMania with the New Day, and he obviously plays such a major role in the Up Up Down Down gaming series. I don't really follow along with it, but of course he paid such an incredible influence with that. It was a gaming channel of different games they played in it, Xavier and a bunch of other different people, and I'm pretty sure it was under the WWE. But yeah, obviously such great achievements, and of course Kofi Kingston as well. Kofi, he's obviously more arguably I'm not trying to say better, but of course he was the top of the company at one point. He had 6,675 days with the WWE, and in those he had 1,724 matches. Of course, a one-time WWE champion, Kofi Mania, a four-time Intercontinental champion, a three-time United States champion, and a combined 16-time tag team champion, the first and only African-born WWE champion, and a triple crown champion. And of course, such an amazing influence, and it's so unfortunate that he is gone. And obviously over the years he had great moments in the Royal Rumble. He had some great Royal Rumble saves which was absolutely obviously funny and monumental, because he engraved his name in loads of the different things that made him Kofi Kingston, and of course same with Xavier Woods as well. But to wrap up the video, we also got some other news as well on the same day of their release. Or no, sorry, I'm not saying release. The same day as the New Day left. We got JC Mateo and Tongaloa of the MFT. So two members of the MFT, Tongaloa and JC Mateo, have also left the WWE. Now, obviously, I obviously paid attention to this, but I'm not too sure actually what happened with this. I don't know if they got released, or I don't know if they left, because of course the whole attention is on the New Day, but I'm not too sure what happened here. But of course, JC Mateo or Jeff Cobb and Tongaloa have left the WWE or got released. My best bet is they left, but I'm not too sure. But this obviously is unfortunate as well, because tag team wrestling is officially dead, especially after all the releases from last week. We'll talk about in a second, because I didn't get a chance to last week. But of course, Tongaloa, Botchaloa, whatever you want to call him, it was funny seeing him. Obviously, he wasn't this big monumental legend, but he was definitely up there for, you know, botches, which kind of made him funny and cool, and it was kind of a part of his character. And JC Mateo, he was such an amazing character as well, but I feel like we could have done more with him. But it is unfortunate that these two couldn't reach their absolute limit. So obviously sad to see them go as well. But to touch on those who got released last week, because I actually didn't talk about this last week, I didn't get a chance to make a video, so we'll talk about it now because we have the chance. So we're going to go through all of the releases now. So releases last week. So Luca Crucifino, Trill London. By the way, Trill London, I don't know who he is. He's probably one of the Evolve guys, but best of luck to these people. I just don't know who some of these guys are, because of course they are NXT Evolve guys, and I don't pay much attention to that. But of course, Luca Crucifino, Trill London, Malik Blade, Chris Island, Tyreek, Tyson, Serena Linton, Tyra May Steele, which is obviously an unfortunate one. Tyra May Steele, she won LFG, which is Legends and Future Greats, and that's a show to kind of boost these talents and say, yeah, you're the future. only to get released a couple of months later. So obviously that's kind of crazy. Alba Fire got released, of course, a part of Chelsea Green's faction. That was unfortunate. Zoe Stark as well. She was out with an injury and we haven't seen her return. Andre Chase of NXT, Chase University, has come to an end. Joe Gacy of the White Six, Eric Rowan of the White Six, which is obviously an unfortunate one as well. Apollo Crews, he survived all the releases over the years, but now his time has finally come. Dexter Loomis of the White Six, another unfortunate one. Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, which is another very, very unfortunate one. They only signed with the WWE in late 2024, and to see them go now is absolutely devastating and gutting, and it really shouldn't have happened. And now, by the way, all these names I'm saying here, these got released. They didn't ask to leave, these all got fired. Santos Escobar, and another unfortunate one. Nikki Cross of the White Six as well. And the final member of the White Six, Uncle Howdy or Bo Dallas. So the entire White Six is gone. And probably that's the most shocking for me. But we also got Selena Vega released, Aleister Black, which is two another shocking ones. And a lot of people are talking about Kairi Sane as well, who got released. So very, very unfortunate to all of the how many there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22. I think I counted correctly. I could be wrong, but 22. I'm just after counting 22 releases last week, which is shocking. Some of those definitely shouldn't have happened, like Aleister Black, the White Six, Motor City Machine Guns, even Kyrie. So very, very unfortunate past few weeks. But of course, best of luck to all of those who I just mentioned there. Best of luck to JC Mateo and Tongaloa. Hopefully they do something good. And of course, best of luck to the one of the greatest tag teams in history. Your boys, The New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. But that's all I got for you guys in today's video. I will see you in my next video, which will most likely be my Backlash predictions. Backlash is already here. Things are flying by. But yeah, I'll see you then. Until then, remember to always, always stay tribal.